All right, so the first questions are, and it's multiple questions. It's 13 pages worth of questions from Fred Wilson. And Fred, while I appreciate your, and I really do, I appreciate your questions, that's a bit much for Hump Day Hangouts. And also it's getting a little bit into the weeds for stuff that we would typically only cover in this much depth in Mastermind, which I'm sure you're fully aware of that as a former Mastermind member, or in RYS Academy Reloaded, specifically since it's so, it pertains to DriveStack stuff and kind of deep into the weeds. But with that said, Marco, how much of this do you want to answer?
I haven't really pre-read the question, so.
Yeah, so should I give you about 10 minutes to get through it?
Yeah, right. Do you have a general question that you can add? I'd be more than happy to answer general questions, but if it's something that specific, yeah, again, membership has its privileges, and there's things that I'll only answer for paying members, and I mean that's the way it should be. I'm sure that people who have paid $3,000-4,000 for the course would appreciate me keeping the secret sauce in where it belongs.
Yeah, and I agree. And I read through the first two sections of this three-part question, this three-section question, and I realized that it's a lot more in depth than what we would typically answer on a free Hump Day Hangout, because it's getting into very specific tactics from RYS Reloaded. We would cover it also in the Mastermind, I'm sure, but this is not something that we can get that deep into it. That said, I'll give you kind of a general overview, and I'll kind of answer it and then let you take add to it, Marco, and then we'll move on to the next one. So Fred, we would welcome you back to the Mastermind at any moment, if or go to RYS Reloaded. Either one of those would be good places to get this particular question answered. But that said, he's talking about his food business, his food tour business, and talking about how to add additional relevancy. He did some keyword theme research using SEM Rush and looking at some of the competitors, and found that there is some other keywords other than just food tour typed keywords that can help to add relevancy that are kind of associated with the food tour business, but he hasn't been targeting them. And so the question is, would adding in some of these other types of keyword themes into the DriveStack folders as subfolders within the food tour folders, would that help to add relevancy, and because of the association that Google is showing? And so, I mean, to me, you've already answered your question. Yes, if there's a way to create that association that you've discovered by doing some additional research, looking at competitors, using some tools like SEM Rush and all of that kind of stuff, then yeah, you can add that additional relevancy into your DriveStack, and that's going to certainly help. I don't know if you want to go further than that, Marco. Or
yeah, just a little bit, because I mean, I can answer this generally. We go after, especially the way that our keyword research VAs are taught, we go after anything that Google considers relevant in a keyword research gig, and we give you guys, whoever orders the gig, the deep keyword research, all of that information. Now, we do separate them. We'll give you tabs, we'll give you silos, we'll give you information that we feel where the money makers are, what the relevant keywords are, and maybe something that isn't a money keyword, but Google still thinks that is relevant. All of that is necessary, because what we do inside the DriveStack is create relevance and push. Right? We create a relevance push from everything that we do, from the spiderweb silo to the way that the DriveStack is built, to the way that the G site is built, to the way the inner pages are done, to the way that we mimic what's on the website. So yes, by all means, I don't care. We do use SEM Rush for keyword relevance, but that's not necessarily what we'll target. What we do is we use Jeffrey Smith's Ultimate SEO Bootcamp training, and we go according to how he teaches what the top level categories are, and then from there work down and create the silos there. We'll create 3 silos, but everything that's relevant should be added. Remember when Network Empire started talking about co-occurrence? Now it's not there, but they began talking about it, and they began explaining it more, what it's all about, what it means. And really, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create all of this in a self-contained Google environment for the bot to feed on, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.